A very good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Preeti Yadav. I am working as Assistant Professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurugram. I am from Applied Science Department. Today, I will discuss friction and its types. Before starting friction, first of all, we will discuss types of forces. Basically, there are two types of forces. First is contact force. Contact force means if there exists contact or connection between two bodies, then one body exert force to the other and other body also exert force to the first body. Like friction and normal friction are contact forces. And the second is non-contact forces. Non-contact means there is no contact, means there is no connection between two bodies, but there exists a force. The non-contact force is gravitational force is a non-contact force. In gravitational force, there is no connection between two bodies, but there exists a force. Now, start. What is friction? Friction is a force that opposes the motion of the bodies. Friction is a force that resists motion or sliding or rolling of an object moving relative to another. Here, the one body is placed on another body, like ground, may be called as ground. Here, this is the direction of the force, pushing force, applied force, and therefore the direction of the motion towards this direction. As from the definition of the friction that oppose the motion, therefore the direction of the friction force is opposite to the direction of the motion and opposes the relative motion of the bodies. We find and use everywhere and every day whenever objects come into contact with each other. Although it always acts in the direction opposite to the way an object wants to slide. Also, frictional force always acts in pairs. Uh, According to Newton's third law, if there is action, there is always equal and opposite reaction. These are the some examples of friction in everyday life. First is we use car brakes if we want to stop or slow down the speed of the car because of the friction created between the brakes and wheels. Also between wheels and the ground that slow or stop the car down. Second is walking. Walking is possible due to the friction. Without friction, it is impossible to walk on the ground. Friction is what holds your shoe to the ground. The friction present on the ice is very little. That's why it is hard to walk on the slippery surface of the ice. Next, writing is always possible due to friction. A frictional force is created when the tip of the pen comes in contact with the surface of the paper. And next example, lighting a mastic also done using friction. When the head of the mastic is rubbed against a rough surface, heat is generated and this heat converts red phosphorus to white phosphorus. And white phosphorus is highly inflammable and the mastic burn. If sometimes mastic fails to burn due to the presence of water because water lowers the friction. These are the some example in everyday life where we are used friction. Why friction opposes motion? And no surface, as we know that no surface is perfectly smooth. A surface that appears smooth, it has peaks and bumps that can be seen by using instrument like microscope. A magnified view of two smooth surfaces in contact shows the gaps and contacts between them. And the contact points between the two surfaces form a sort of cold welts. These cold welts resist the surfaces from sliding over each other. Adding weight over the upper block, increasing the force, pressing the surfaces together and hence increasing the resistance. Greater is the pressing force, greater will be the friction between the sliding surfaces. Actually, whenever the surface of one body slides over that of another, each body exerts a frictional force to the other. Therefore, the frictional force on each body in a direction opposite to the motion related to the other body. Now the factors that affect the friction force. First is normal force. The force which is perpendicular, normal force is the force which is perpendicular to the surface is called the normal force. When one object moves another object, the weight of the object always acting downward direction, and its reaction force always acts in a opposite direction, which is acts upward according to the Newton's third law. The next is material. The material from which the two surfaces are made, and the roughness of the surfaces which in contact to each other also depends on the weight of the object or the amount of force applied on the surface by the object. Now, what is limiting friction? Friction is very important. Limiting friction, the maximum frictional force that can be developed at the contact surface when one body is just on the point of moving is called limiting force of friction. Here, there is one body is placed on another body, and this is the applied force, is the normal reaction, and the weight of the body. The movement of the body is towards this direction. Therefore, the direction of the limiting friction, which is opposite, it's along this direction and represented by FL. FL is a limiting friction. After the limiting friction, body just starts to move. Now, second is coefficient of friction. As we know that the maximum value of friction is known as the force of limiting friction. It depends on the normal reaction between the two surfaces in contact. The ratio of the limiting friction FL to the normal reaction is a constant, and the constant is called as coefficient of friction and represented by mu. And the value of mu usually occur between 0 and 1. And if the value of mu is low, then the surface is slippery. If the value of mu is high, the surface is sticky. Therefore, friction is more. Now, next is angle of friction. It is the angle which the normal force R makes with the contact force when the equilibrium is limiting and when the condition of maximum static friction is reached. Consider a block of mass M resting on a horizontal surface. Weight of the box is acting downward. This is the normal reaction R, which that balanced the weight of the body. If the F is the contact force which each body exert on the another body, then this contact force can be resolved two components R and F limiting. Perpendicular component, which is normal force R, components parallel to the contact force known as friction, which is usually denoted by F limiting, F static, F kinetic. Angle YOZ represented by theta. This is the angle of friction. Since R and FL are the components of the contact force, the R and FL, F limiting in FL is the component of the force F. And so we can write F cos theta is equal to R and F sin theta is equal to FL. Dividing these two equations, FL upon mu R, and value of FL is equal to mu R, and tangent theta is equal to mu. Because here put the value of FL, that is equal to mu R, therefore tangent theta is equal to mu. Hence, we can conclude that coefficient of friction, limiting friction, is equal to the tangent of the angle of friction. Here tangent, and this is the angle of friction. Next is angle of repose. Let the angle which this plane makes with, this is the angle of repose, let which the this plane which makes with the horizontal be theta. There, here theta is the angle of repose. For small angles, if the value of theta is small, then the body of mass mg does not slide. If the theta is increased, if the value of theta is increased for a particular value of theta, the object begins to slide down. And when the object begins to slide down, this value of is called angle of repose. Hence, the angle of repose is the angle of inclined plane with the horizontal such that an object placed on it begins to slide. Let us consider the various forces in action here. Here is the box, weight acting downwards, mg, and opposite reaction r. Here, resolve mg into two components. This is the theta, mg cos theta, horizontal, and this is the mg sin theta, vertical. And this mg sin theta tries to slide down this box, in this direction. Therefore, there is a force, friction force, that oppose the sliding motion of the object, which is represented by F as maximum or limiting friction. And therefore, uh, the component of R, which is balanced by R, is equal to mg cos theta. Now, when the object is just begins to move, begins to slide, the static friction attains its maximum value, because the maximum value of friction is known as limiting friction. Therefore, Fs is equal to Fl and is equal to mu SR in the previous slide. Therefore, this friction also satisfies the relation Fl is equal to mu s mg cos theta. Here, value of R is equal to mg cos theta. If the angle is very small, then the value of cos theta is higher, because the value of cos theta at 0 degree is maximum, and the value of sin theta that tries to move the box towards this direction, the value of sin theta is less. Therefore, at small angle, limiting friction is high, because the value of cos theta is more at small angle, and the box does not slide down. And if the value of theta is greater, then this component is higher as compared to this component, and the box begins to slide down. And that angle is known as angle of repose. Now, the table of the coefficient of friction between some common materials. There is a materials, and this is the coefficient of friction: glass and glass 0.9, glass and metal 0.5 to 0.7, ice and wood 0.05. The less friction: iron and iron 1, rubber and concrete 0.6, steel and steel 0.8, and tire and road and dry is the maximum friction, and tire, rod and wet is the minimum friction. Now the next topic is types of friction. First is static friction, kinetic, second is kinetic friction, third is rolling friction, and the fourth is fluid friction. First of all, static, from the name it is clear that the body is at rest, means tendency to move but does not move. The frictional force that acts between the surfaces when they are at rest with respect to each other. Suppose a force F is applied on the resting block, which is balanced by the equal and opposite of force of static friction. As the force F increases, static friction also increases until Fs कब तक increase होगा, जब तक Fs reach a certain value, like limiting friction, which is a maximum static friction. After that, if F is increased, after limiting friction, if F increase, then the body starts to move. in case of kinetic. But in static, there is a tendency to move of the body, but body does not move. The direction of the static friction force is along the contact force and opposite in the direction of the applied force. Here, direction of Fs is opposite to the direction of the applied force. This force is the static friction depends upon the normal reaction and the nature of the surfaces in contact. Example of static friction are a heavy box against the wall, against the ground, difficult to lift and move. Second, pushing on a wall or the wall does not move. These are the example of static friction. Now the coefficient of static friction is represented by mu s. The maximum force of static friction is known as limiting friction, is given as the product of the coefficient of static friction and the normal force, and the force of static friction is less than or equal to product of the coefficient of static friction and the normal force, equal to or less than static coefficient of static friction and the normal force. Here mu s is the coefficient of static friction, that is equal to FL by F, FL by normal reaction R. Here FL is a limit maximum value of the force of the static friction just before the sliding or movement of the block. Also static friction is a variable friction force. Next is kinetic friction. Kinetic friction means there is a relative motion between two objects when the body starts move. The friction force acting between the surfaces in relative motion are called the force of kinetic friction. When the value of the applied force is greater than the maximum value of static friction or the limiting friction, then the block starts to move and has accelerated motion because F is greater than FL, means applied force is greater than friction force. Therefore, body starts to move. The value of applied force is so adjusted that the blocks move with uniform velocity v. In this case, force of friction between the two surfaces known as the force of kinetic friction Fk is represented by Fk. Example of kinetic friction: feet against the ground when walking, the wheels of a bicycle against the ground, the friction between an aeroplane and the air. Now the coefficient of kinetic friction is represented by mu k, and also this is equal to Fk upon may r. Fk is the kinetic friction, r is the normal reaction. When the block is moving with uniform velocity, then Fk is equal to mu kr. It should be noted that the limiting friction is always greater than kinetic friction. Therefore, the coefficient of kinetic friction or static friction is greater than mu k, coefficient of kinetic friction. Now next is rolling friction. Rolling friction is a force that resists motion when an object rolls on a ground or a surface. Technically, it is not a friction, it is a rolling resistance. Since when a body rolls perfectly upon a surface on a paper, there is no sliding friction between that object and surface. There exists a rolling friction. Here, this is the ground, is the rolling body. This is the external force pushed on a wheel and wheels rolls around, and the friction that resists the motion of body is the direction opposite to the direction of the motion of the applied force. Yeah. Now example of rolling friction: rolling of the log on the ground, and secondly wheels of the moving vehicles. Similarly, coefficient of rolling friction represented by mu r, and that is equal to, is also a constant of proportionality. Mu r is equal to Fr rolling friction the upon may r, and it's a normal reaction. Now fluid friction, clear from its name, fluid means it occurs in a fluid, in a liquid. Fluid friction occurs between fluid layers that are moving relative to each other. This internal resistance to flow is named viscosity. In everyday terms, the viscosity of a fluid is described as its thickness. Here, this is the example of fluid friction. This is the layer of the fluid. These are the fluid layers that resist the motion of the object. Example of fluid friction are, if there is a wet surface between two thin glass plates, you will notice that plates get stuck and the bottom plate does not fall when you hold only the top one because of fluid friction. When any object is dropped in a fluid, the extent of splash is dependent on the fluid friction of that particular fluid. You find lighter dust particles move fast on the surface of a flowing river because of the high velocity gradient at the top layer of the water due to lower dynamic fluid friction at that layer. Now it is very most important graph between frictional force and applied force. Along y-axis, there is a frictional force, and along x-axis, there is a applied external force. If we increase applied force, then friction force also increases. If we increase applied, then friction force also increases. Up to this point, there is a static friction. It states when we increase friction force, there is a frictional force. When we increase applied force, the frictional force also increases. Therefore, there is a state graph up to that point. And that point is the maximum static force. Maximum static force means limiting friction. Body tends to, there is a tendency to move of the body, but does not move. After that, there is a decrease, and this is the kinetic friction. And we studied in the previous slide that the coefficient of kinetic friction is less than coefficient of limiting friction or static friction. Therefore, the value of friction force here decreases. After that, there is a smooth graph, and here body starts to move and there is a no change in frictional force. This is a very important graph. Here, this represents the value of Fk is equal to mu k r is the kinetic friction, and here is static friction and also limiting friction. Now the advantages of friction are, sometimes friction is most desirable. We cannot write if there would be no friction between paper and a pencil. Friction enable us to walk on the ground. We cannot run on slippery ground. A slippery ground offers very little friction, hence anybody who tries to run on a slippery ground may meet an accident. Similarly, birds could not fly if there is no air resistance. The friction of forced air enables the birds to fly. Hence, in many situations, we need friction, while in other situations, we need to reduce it as much as possible. These are the disadvantages of friction. Friction is undesirable when moving at high speed because it opposes the motion of the body and hence limits the speed of the moving object. Most of our useful energy is lost as heat and sound due to the friction between various moving parts of the machine. In machine, friction also causes wear and tear of their moving parts. Now, the methods of reducing friction are making the sliding surfaces smooth, making the fast moving object a streamlined shape, fish shapes such as car, aeroplanes, etc. This causes the smooth flow of air and hence minimizes air resistance at high speeds, lubricating the sliding surfaces using ball bearings or roller bearings because the rolling friction is lesser than the sliding friction. Now, these are the important questions related to friction. First is, what is friction? And their types explained with diagram. What is the angle of friction and angle of repose? And next, what is the difference between static and limiting friction? What are the advantages and disadvantages of friction? Thank you.